Hello, beautifuls. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are already a part of this home, then thank you for being here with me. I'm glad that you're here. As I make some incense blends and attempt to make incense cones, I want to talk about a plant that I'm very connected with and I love using. And at least in my circles, I don't hear a lot of people talk about this plant, but I want to talk about the magical properties of roses. There are over 100 species of roses, and they have thousands of names, and they have been used abundantly across time in literature, art, medicine, and magic. Abundance should be the synonym for what the spirit of rose feels like. Because there are so many different types of roses, and there are so many roses that come in so many colors, and those colors themselves have meanings. In this video, I will just talk about using roses magically in general. But if possible, you'll have to look at the species and the color to determine in which ways the spirit of rose wants to and can be utilized for you and your workings. Rose's planetary connections are almost always associated with Venus. Actually, recently I went to an art gallery in Prague that was featuring works of art from Michelangelo to Cloves, and there were a lot of Venus depictions in the art style of Mannerist print. It was completely stunning. In particular, there was this one piece of art called Venus Wounded by a Rose's Thorn that really captured my eye. Other than the fact that it's stunning, the information beside the painting is what really captured the mystic in me. It read that the scene features the goddess of love, Venus. This engraving is based on a drawing by Raphael for the bath frescoes in the Vatican. The lost frescoes are only known today thanks to engravings. The art composition is described as Venus stepped on a thorn and drops of her blood fell upon a white rose, thus turning roses red. When I did further research, it was described that this art composition alludes to the Lament for Adonis by the Greek poet Bion. In the poem, Venus is distraught by the death of her lover Adonis and wanders barefoot in the woods and is wounded. Now, Greek tales are not my forte, but I found this very fascinating within the discussion of what it could say about the spirit of roses. But I found that in my own journey, roses are not only connected to Venus, there is also the connection that roses are very much connected to Jupiter. The spirit of rose, for me, has an earth element quality to them. But however, due to the emotional connections rose can occupy, I can see how they can be definitely connected to water as well. In regard to their energy, the spirit of rose leans very, very far into the feminine spectrum. When it comes to the magical uses of rose, the spirit of rose can be utilized in the realms of love, patience, initiation, and fast luck. They can be used to relieve or open up something, yet at the same time can be used to bind or pull something together. So in this sense, the spirit can keep a relationship strong or make it stronger. This is definitely an aspect of roses that we see across literature and music of how roses can promote cravings, enticement, and attraction. The spirit of rose has the ability to rejuvenate and invigorate a tired, energetic body. So consider cooperating with the spirit of rose by using it for your crown, heart, or nervous system energy centers, because aside from all the other ways I mentioned that roses can assist you, they can also help in easing pain, regulating, calming, and purifying. And due to the properties of rose being able to entice or open something up, you can consider utilizing rose with other herbs to induce visions, but also in cooperating with the spirit of rose to reveal the presence of evil spirits or bad energy, so that you can use other methods and herbs to remove hexes and blocks more easily. Lastly, as you can gather from this video or even your own practice, the spirit of rose can help facilitate the conception of something to make it fruitful. But it is just as important to prune a rose bush so that it can thrive more next season. So the spirit of rose is well versed in making something fruitless. So let's not forget about the thorns that the spirit of rose have. Consider using those thorns for protection or to keep something or someone away. Regarding other plants, herbs, or anything that will work well with the spirit of rose, well, there are many, so take your pick. But depending on the working that you are doing, rose and honey have been tried and true for a very, very long time. I absolutely love the spirit of rose. If you saw my self-care rituals or my glamour magic video or my taking care of my locks video, then you would know that Rosewater and Hibiscus and I have a close daily relationship. But you can also use roses in teas, perfumes, smoke incense, oils. I mean, the list goes on. Actually, rose perfumes and liquors are great for offerings to the spirits of Venus and the spirits of Jupiter. But anyway, beautifuls, I hope you enjoyed this chill video and just learning about the many ways that you can be cooperating with this beautiful spirit. But yeah, thank you for being here with me, and until the next one, truth and love.